The flock arrived in winter when the snow was falling and the days were short. Our founding population of 12 individuals would begin the project in the harshest of conditions. Replicating their wild behaviour, we housed them in a mixed-sex group in a small, naturalistic aviary. They had access to a variety of natural perches to promote exercise and fake Christmas tree, acting as foliage for roosting. Even though the temperatures were below zero, that didn't stop them from taking a bath. For a finch of only weighing 15 grams, they're tough little creatures. As the spring approached and temperatures increased, they began to come into breeding condition. Their fitness increased massively by offering natural forage such as green millet and nettles. They would spend hours working their way around the forage, collecting the tiny little seeds inside. This is when I began to notice pair bonds beginning to form. Spring quickly arrived, and at the beginning of April, the flock were divided into 6 pairs, each with their partners they had selected themselves over winter. Now it was time to breed. Over the weeks that followed, the hens began inspecting suitable sites to rear their young. Nests began construction from a mix of materials including moss, coconut fibre, hay, and sisal. After weeks of courtship displays and preparation, the first eggs finally began to appear. The turn of May brought new life. The first twite began to emerge from its shell after only 11 days of incubation. More soon followed, and before we knew it, we had multiple nests of chicks being reared. When the chicks reached 5 days old, we put closed rings on their legs. This was important evidence to prove the birds were captive bred and to help form a family tree for future use. They grew quickly, and Mum and Dad had a job of keeping up with their ever-growing appetites. As the nests began to get more crowded, it was time to take the plunge and explore life outside. Within days, the now juvenile twites found their wings and began perching alongside their parents. This was very beneficial for them, as they could now chase their parents for food. As they approached 1 month old, they learnt how to feed themselves, and as they did, their parents returned to nest for another clutch.